Sometimes in the middle of all the headlines, the awards, the business deals, and the celebrity spotlight, a simple family photo can tell the most powerful story of all. And that's exactly what happened when Snoop Dogg shared a special Father's Day moment that had fans across the internet smiling. For many people, Snoop Dogg is a hip-hop legend. He's a cultural icon. He's a businessman, an entertainer, a global superstar whose influence stretches far beyond music. But on Father's Day, none of those titles seemed to matter, because in that moment, Snoop wasn't standing in front of the world as a celebrity. He was standing proudly as a father, a grandfather, a son, and a patriarch of a growing family legacy. The photos captured something truly special. Not just one generation, not two generations, but four generations of the Broadus family together. And when you really stop and think about that, it's a beautiful thing. In a world that moves so fast, where people are constantly chasing what's next, moments like these remind us of what matters most: family, love, connection, legacy. The images showed a side of Snoop that fans don't always get to see. Sure, people know his laid-back personality, they know his sense of humor, they know the legendary music catalog, but seeing him surrounded by multiple generations of family tells a different story. It tells the story of a man who has built something bigger than fame, something bigger than records and trophies, a family tree that continues to grow. You can almost imagine what was running through Snoop's mind during that moment. As he looked around at the people he loves, maybe he reflected on how far the journey has been, from the streets of Long Beach to becoming one of the most recognizable faces in entertainment, to now watching younger generations carry the family name forward. That's a powerful feeling. For longtime fans, watching Snoop evolve over the years has been incredible. Many people first met him through music. They remember the early days, the classic albums, the unforgettable collaborations, the moments that helped define an era of hip-hop. Back then, few could have imagined the life he would eventually build. Yet here he is today, not only thriving professionally, but celebrating generations of family surrounding him. There's something deeply inspiring about that, because success isn't always measured by money. It isn't always measured by awards. Sometimes success is measured by the people sitting around your table, the children you've raised, the values you've passed down, the memories you've created, and the love that continues long after the cameras are gone. Father's Day has a way of making people reflect. Some people think about their dads, some think about becoming parents themselves. Others think about the lessons that shaped who they are. For Snoop Dogg, this Father's Day seemed to represent all of those things at once: a celebration of where he came from, a celebration of what he's built, and a celebration of where the family is headed next. One thing that stood out to fans was the joy visible throughout the family gathering. The smiles felt genuine, the atmosphere felt warm. Nothing appeared forced, nothing looked staged. It felt like a real family moment, the kind of moment many people can relate to. And that's probably why the photos connected with so many people online. At the end of the day, no matter how famous someone becomes, family has a way of bringing everything back into perspective. When you're surrounded by loved ones, the headlines fade away, the pressures disappear, the spotlight becomes a little less important, and what remains are the relationships that matter most. For Snoop, becoming a grandfather and watching his family expand has clearly become one of life's greatest blessings. You can see it in the way he talks about family, you can see it in the way he shows up for them, and you can certainly see it in moments like this. Because there is a special kind of pride that comes from seeing generations connected, a pride that money simply cannot buy. Imagine being able to look around a room and see your family story unfolding right in front of you. Your parents, your children, your grandchildren, all gathered together, each generation representing a different chapter, each person carrying a piece of the family's history. That's the kind of moment that becomes a treasured memory, the kind of photo that gets passed down for years, the kind of memory that people look back on decades later. Fans immediately flooded social media with positive reactions. Many praised the beautiful family bond. Others talked about how meaningful it was to see multiple generations together. Some shared stories about their own families, and many simply expressed happiness for Snoop and the Broadus family, because regardless of music preferences or celebrity status, people understand the importance of family. It's a universal language. The truth is, hip hop itself has matured alongside artists like Snoop Dogg. The culture has grown, the artists have grown, the fans have grown. Many of the people who listened to Snoop in the early days are now parents and grandparents themselves. So when they see him celebrating these milestones, it feels relatable, it feels personal, it feels like watching someone they've known for years reach another meaningful chapter of life. There was a time when people only talked about Snoop's music. Then they talked about his business ventures. Then they talked about his television appearances, his partnerships, his influence. Today, conversations increasingly include something else, his role as a family man. And that's a testament to the life he's built. Building a successful career is difficult. Maintaining relevance for decades is even harder. But building a strong family while navigating fame, that's an accomplishment worthy of respect. Because celebrity life often comes with challenges most people never see. Yet through it all, family continues to remain at the center of Snoop's world. Looking at those Father's Day photos, it's impossible not to feel a sense of gratitude. Gratitude for family, gratitude for time, gratitude for the people who walk beside us throughout life. And perhaps that's the real reason these images resonated so deeply. They reminded everyone of something simple, yet incredibly important. Life moves fast, children grow up, families expand, new generations arrive, and moments spent together become priceless. As the Broadus family celebrated Father's Day together, fans weren't just seeing a celebrity photo, they were witnessing a legacy, a family story still being written, a reminder that behind every superstar is a human being who values the same things many of us do: love, family, connection, and the joy of watching future generations carry the family name forward. And in that beautiful gathering of four generations, Snoop Dogg showed the world that some of life's greatest achievements aren't found on stage or in a recording studio. Sometimes they're found in a family photograph surrounded by the people who mean everything.